Imagine waking up one morning, picking up your phone, and seeing the number 90. That's not a text notification. It's your 90-day English practice streak, unbroken and glowing. A streak to be proud of. You don't need heavy textbooks, and you don't need to sit at a desk for an hour every day. Just one simple sentence and 3 tiny actions are enough to change everything. Welcome back, my friend. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I wasn't born a disciplined person. You see, I used to be just like you. I spent a lot of money on the thickest grammar books, colorful highlighters, and I made these massive, grand plans. I told myself, I'll study for an hour every night, and by the end of the year, I'll speak like a native. But you know what happened? The first week was great. By the second week, I'd come home late from work, exhausted, and tell myself, I'll just make it up tomorrow. But tomorrow never came. That book just sat on my desk, collecting dust, and every time I saw it, I felt guilty. I felt like a failure. But then I realized the problem wasn't me being lazy. The problem was my system was too heavy. It forced me to choose between 1 hour or nothing at all. And on my tiredest days, my brain always chose nothing. That's when I closed the big book and chose a different path, the path of micro steps. Section Chapter 1. The day I decided to practice daily. I remember the day I made that choice so clearly. I was sitting with my old notebook, looking at hundreds of words I had carefully written, but couldn't even remember half of them. I felt exhausted. I asked myself, why am I not improving? Why do I keep forgetting? Back then, I had this perfect plan. Study for 90 minutes every night. But after a long, tiring day at work, opening that heavy book felt like trying to climb a mountain. So, I gave up. That book sat on my table for 3 weeks, gathering dust, reminding me of my failure every time I walked by. That was the day I realized an important truth. English wasn't going to change for me unless I changed my approach to English. Imagine you want to grow a little green plant. If you give it a huge bucket of water once a month, but leave it in the sun for the next 3 weeks, it will die. But if you give it just 1 small cup of water every single day, it will grow green, strong, and beautiful. Your English needs that same gentle daily care. My friend, I know there are times you feel slow. Listen to me. Slow is still progress. Slow is still learning. This video is for you, the busy person, the one teaching yourself alone. Being slow isn't scary. Stopping is what's scary. Promise me today we won't wait for 3 free hours. We start now, with the smallest step possible. Today's action is very simple. Take a small piece of paper or open the notes on your phone. Write down 1 commitment in English. Today I practice English, even if just 2 minutes. Say that out loud 3 times before we move to the next chapter. Did you finish writing it? Great! Now, let me show you how these tiny steps hold incredible power in the next chapter. Chapter 2. Small steps create big change. My friend, do you know why many people fail at English? It's not because they aren't smart, and it's not because they are lazy. They fail because they believe they must do something massive every time they study. They wait for the weekend to study for 3 hours, or they wait for a long holiday to finally start. But think about a high mountain. No one reaches the peak in one single giant jump. A climber takes 1 step at a time, slowly, but without stopping. Those steps are small, but every single one brings them closer to the top. Your English works exactly like that. I used to think that if I couldn't study for a full hour, it was a complete waste of time. But I was wrong. When I changed my mindset, everything became lighter. I told myself, even 5 minutes is enough. 1 sentence is enough. One new word is enough. This small shift gave me freedom. I wasn't waiting anymore. I wasn't afraid anymore. Those 5-minute moments were like bricks. Every day I placed one more brick on my wall. At first, the wall looked tiny, but slowly it grew taller and stronger. One day, I looked back and saw a solid wall of English skills, and it all started with those daily micro-steps. To make sure you don't lose your way on this mountain, I want to give you a map consisting of 4 pillars for your daily practice. You don't need to do everything at once. Just pick a little bit from each pillar. 1. Listening. 5 minutes every morning. 2. Speaking. 3 sentences in the mirror. 3. Writing. 1 line in your journal. 4. Shadowing. 1 sentence following a video. When you repeat these 4 pillars every day, they become your strength, helping you communicate with confidence without much effort. Your action for today is: set a timer for exactly 5 minutes. In those 5 minutes, do just one thing in English. Listen to a song, read a short post, or speak a few sentences to yourself. Don't worry about perfection. Just finish those 5 minutes. You'll see that the feeling of completing a small task is much better than giving up on a big one. Chapter 3. Speak out loud, even alone. My friend, let me tell you something vital. If you want to speak English, you must actually open your mouth and speak. Reading is good, listening is great, writing is helpful, but nothing replaces the power of your own voice. So many people wait for the perfect partner, a teacher, or the right opportunity to start speaking. But what if that moment never comes? Your voice will stay silent, and a silent voice can never grow. That's why I want you to practice speaking out loud, even when you're completely alone. Don't be shy, and don't be afraid. I remember the first time I tried this. I stood in front of the mirror, looking directly into my own eyes. I actually laughed at first because it felt so weird talking to myself. But then I realized the mirror was my very first teacher. It never judged me, it never mocked my mistakes, and it never told me I was bad. It just quietly watched me practice. Your mouth is like a muscle. If you never use it, it gets weak. But if you practice every day, it becomes strong and flexible. Talking to yourself is like going to the gym for your mouth, preparing you for real-world conversations. Now, instead of wondering what to say, I'm giving you 3 extremely simple sentences to start with tomorrow morning in front of the mirror. Repeat after me. Today is a beautiful day. I am proud of myself for learning English. Little by little, I am getting better. Just these 3 sentences, 3 times each, your voice will gradually become familiar to your own ears, and that self-doubt will vanish before you know it. Today action: find a mirror, look at yourself, and say loudly, I can speak English. I am learning every day. Give your voice permission to be heard. Chapter 4. Make mistakes every day. My friend, there is one truth I want you to etch into your heart today. Mistakes are not your enemy. In fact, mistakes are your best teachers. So many people out there stop. They never even open their mouths because they're afraid of looking silly. But you know what? Silence is the only thing truly stopping your progress. Mistakes are proof that you are bravely moving forward. Think about a toddler learning to walk. Do they get it right on the very first step? Of course not. They fall, they hurt, and sometimes they cry. But they never just lie there and say, walking isn't for me. They fall, then they stand up. They fall again, then they stand up again. And one day, they are running. Your English works exactly like that, I know. Accepting mistakes is easier said than done. That's why you need a structure to hold on to, a safety net that makes you feel secure while you mess up. Remember the 4 pillars I mentioned: listening, speaking, writing, and shadowing. When you have a clear map, just 5 minutes of listening, 3 sentences spoken, 1 line written, you'll see that a mistake isn't a disaster. It's just a tiny part of your daily routine. Did you mess up a shadowing sentence? No problem. Try again tomorrow. Did you misspell a word in your journal? No one is there to laugh at you. This daily consistency across the 4 pillars will turn those broken pieces of mistakes into a solid wall of knowledge. I still remember the first time I built up the courage to speak to a stranger in English. My heart was beating so fast, I could feel it in my throat. I used the wrong tenses, I mispronounced words, and I even got the sentence order wrong. But do you know what happened? That person just smiled, they understood me, and we kept talking. That's when I realized courage is more important than perfection. People who mock your mistakes are usually the ones standing still. You are the one moving forward. Be proud of that. Today's action is: give yourself permission to be wrong. Try a short 1-minute conversation. You can talk to an AI app or just ask and answer questions by yourself. Don't correct yourself and don't worry about grammar. Just finish that 1 minute. Say to yourself, I am brave enough to make mistakes. Chapter 5. Listen like a baby. My friend, today I want you to think about how a baby learns to speak. A baby doesn't start by opening a grammar book. They don't sit in a classroom either. They just listen. They listen day after day to their parents' voices and the sounds around them. They might not understand anything yet, but they keep listening. And then one day, that baby surprises the world by speaking their first word. Listening always comes before speaking. It's the law of nature. You should start your journey just like a baby. Don't force yourself to understand every word, and don't try to translate everything into your native language. Just let the sound of English flow into your ears like a song. I know it's frustrating when you feel like you listen but understand nothing. That is completely okay. If you feel like a slow learner, remember that even a baby takes months just listening before they can speak. You aren't late, and you aren't bad at this. You're just following the natural path. To make it easier, don't listen to things that are too difficult. Start with super easy audio sources like children's stories, extremely short daily conversations, positive affirmations. Just 5 minutes a day, whether you're cooking or walking, will let your brain automatically learn the rhythm and melody of English. Today's action is very simple. Find a short English audio clip, about 2 minutes long. Only 2 minutes. Listen to it twice. The first time, don't try to understand. The second time, try to catch just one word that sounds familiar. That is enough. You've completed your brave baby exercise for today. Chapter 6. The Power of One Sentence. My friend, I have a little secret I want to share with you. Instead of trying to memorize hundreds of isolated words, I want you to focus on just one single sentence every day. Why? Because individual words are like scattered puzzle pieces, but a sentence is a complete picture. When you learn a sentence, you're learning grammar, usage, and emotion all at once. A sentence is alive. It gives you the power to communicate immediately. One sentence a day isn't heavy or overwhelming, but after a year, you'll have a library of 365 real-life sentences, a massive language resource that anyone would envy. To stop you from wondering, what should I learn today? I'm handing you part of the micro practice package right now. Choose one sentence each day from this list. 1. Good morning, world. 2. I feel great today. 3. Today, I will do my best. 4. English is my friend. Every morning, choose just one. Say it out loud while you're brushing your teeth or making coffee. This is how you weave English into your life without taking a single extra minute out of your busy schedule. Today action. Pick one sentence that clicks with you. Write it in your phone or on the mirror. Repeat it 10 times throughout the day. Your mission for today is to repeat that sentence 10 times at different moments throughout the day. You'll find that the words start to feel as natural as your own breath. Chapter 7. Start the day with English. My friend, the morning is a truly powerful time. How you start your day decides how you'll feel for the rest of it. If you start with anxiety, you carry that anxiety everywhere. But if you start with growth and hope, you bring that energy into everything you do. That's why I want English to be the first light that touches your mind. When you first wake up, your brain is at its freshest, ready to absorb everything without much effort. Don't rush to scroll through your phone and fill your head with noise from the outside world. Give those first few minutes to yourself and to your dream of mastering English. You don't need a full hour in the morning to study. You only need 2 to 5 minutes. Even while you're brushing your teeth, making tea, or getting dressed, you can practice. Let English slide into the things you're already doing every day. Instead of feeling like English is a heavy chore, think of it as a morning companion. When you start the day with a few simple English sentences, it feels like you're carrying English in your pocket. Wherever you go, you can touch it, use it, and grow with it. The morning is a powerful time. Don't fill your head with social media noise. Let English be the first light that touches your mind. When you start the day with a few simple sentences, it's like carrying English in your pocket. Your action for tomorrow morning is simple. The moment you wake up, before you touch your phone, look in the mirror, smile, and say, "Today I practice English with joy." Let those words brighten your mind before the busy day begins. Chapter 8. Living your whole day in English. My friend, English doesn't just live in textbooks or YouTube lessons. It lives in every single moment of real life. You don't need a special space or private time to study. You just need to use the life you already have. Everything you do daily, from grocery shopping to cooking and walking, can become an amazing practice session. When you start describing the world around you in English, that world suddenly becomes your biggest classroom. You'll see that English is no longer a dry subject. It's your own voice telling your story. But I know many of you are wondering, I only know a few simple words. How can I describe my whole day? That's when you need the 3-level framework I promised to share. Let's look at how we upgrade a simple action like cooking rice. Level 1, simple. I cook a meal. Level 2, detailed. I cook dinner for my family. Level 3, emotional. I slowly cook dinner because I love them. You see, from one tiny sentence, you can tell a story full of emotion. Apply this rule to anything you do, from walking to drinking coffee. You will see your ability to express yourself improve immensely every day. Today action. Pick one activity you do most often, just one thing. Describe it in English using the 3 levels: simple, detailed, and emotional. Write it down or say it out loud. You'll be surprised at how beautifully you can tell your own story in a new language. Chapter 9. Turning your phone into your teacher. My friend, let's be honest with each other. Your phone is the one thing you always have with you. You check it the moment you wake up, you take it to work, and it's right next to you when you sleep. For many people, The phone is the source of distraction. But from today, I want you to see it in a whole new way. Your phone is your greatest teacher. You don't need extra time, and you don't need special classes. You just need to change how you use the thing that's already in the palm of your hand. When you turn your phone into an English companion, every minute you spend on it becomes an opportunity to grow. The first step I took was changing my phone's language to English. It might be a bit confusing at first, but very soon, words like settings, messages, and notifications will become so familiar that you won't even need a book to learn them. Next, use your phone to record your own voice. Say a short sentence and listen back to it. Don't worry if your voice sounds strange at first. This is exactly how you correct your own mistakes and track your progress every week. The phone doesn't make you lazy. Only how we use it is the problem. Choose to invest your time instead of wasting it. Your action for today? Go into your settings and change your phone's language to English. After that, open your recording app, say anything about your day, and listen to it. Every time you touch your phone, remind yourself, this is the tool I use to achieve my dream. Chapter 10. The English Journal That Changes Your Life. My friend, the habit of keeping an English journal completely changed my life. At first, I didn't think it would work. I was afraid of making mistakes, afraid my grammar was too weak. But then I realized, your journal is a mirror, a teacher, and your most loyal friend. It's not like copying from a textbook. A journal is where you write about your own feelings, the dinner you ate, or a tiring day you just survived. When English is tied to your personal story, it becomes alive and stays with you forever. Every page you fill is physical proof that you are moving forward. I know the hardest part is not knowing what to write. That's why I've prepared 10 journaling prompts that are incredibly simple. You just need to pick one sentence every night and complete it. 1. Today I felt. 2. One thing I learned today is. 3. I am grateful for. Don't wait until your grammar is perfect to start writing. Start with exactly what you have right now. The more you write, the more confident and clear your thoughts will become. Today action. Write exactly one line in English in your notebook or phone before you sleep. Your action for tonight. Before you go to sleep, open a notebook or the Notes app on your phone. Write exactly one line. Choose one of the prompts above and write about your day. Just one line is enough to keep your promise to yourself. Chapter 11. Practice with courage. My friend, everything we've practiced, from the mirror to the journal, leads to one single purpose: connection. English wasn't meant to stay in a notebook. It was born for you to share your thoughts and your heart with the world. I know your heart might beat fast, and your hands might shake when you have to speak to someone in English. But remember this: courage is more important than perfection. People aren't judging your grammar. They are respecting your effort to connect. Every time you open your mouth despite being afraid, that is when your English truly grows. To give you more confidence before you step out, I'm giving you the final part of the micro practice package: 10 short shadowing sentences to build your reflexes. When you shadow these every day, your mouth muscles will get used to natural pronunciation. Can you help me, please? I'm sorry, I'm still learning. Could you say that again slowly? Look at the journey of M, one of my students. M was a very busy person who believed they could never keep a habit for more than 3 days. But by using these sentence sets and the 3 microsteps rule, M reached a proud 90-day streak. M isn't studying English anymore. M is living with it. And you can do it too. Today action. Leave one English comment right under this video. Don't wait until you're good enough to speak. Use your courage to speak right now. Chapter 12 and closing. English is life. My friend, we have traveled through 11 chapters of this journey together. There is one truth I want you to carry in your heart forever. English is not a school subject. English is your life. When you look at the world, I want you to see it through English. When you feel happy or tired, I want you to express those feelings in English. Stop thinking of daily practice as a chore you have to finish before closing your books. Let it flow into every meal you cook, every step you take, and even into your dreams. When English is inside you, it will never leave you. I know that on this path, you might feel like you're moving slower than everyone else. But listen to me. Being slow is a gift. Because when you move slowly, you feel every brick you lay. You cherish every single word you learn. Slow is still progress. Slow is still English. As long as you don't stop, your little sprout will surely bloom. I believe in you, my brave friend. Today, your real journey begins. Do you remember that glowing number 90 I mentioned at the very start of the video? Now you know the secret. That number doesn't come from giant efforts. It comes from the micro practice package you now hold in your hands. Those 10 starter sentences, those journaling prompts, and those simple shadowing steps. Those are the bricks to build your streak of pride. If this video helped you drop the weight off your shoulders and find peace, please hit the like button so I know. Subscribe and turn on notifications so we don't lose each other on this healing journey. And now, I want you to take exactly 2 minutes to act right now. Comment below. What is my 2-minute plan for today? I will read your plans and send my best wishes to each of you. Start today from the smallest thing possible. Goodbye, my friend.